Well, hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Holly with the Nestle Valley Farmhouse, and today I am doing my November restocks. So it is finally the month of November, you guys. I don't know about you, but October just zipped on by for us. We had the last couple weeks in October are just always crazy. We have 2 birthdays. The closest together birthdays are me and my oldest daughters. Long story short, obviously when we started trying for kids, you never think about like what month you want to have your baby in. It just obviously just kind of happens. And so when I found out my original due date was actually the day after my birthday, and I was actually really stressed about it because I am kind of selfish and I wanted to keep my birthday. So she was nice enough to come 5 days after my birthday. So at least we have our own birthday weekends, which is nice. So this morning we are making some Greek yogurt bagels for the kids for lunch, or not lunch, sorry, breakfast. And yeah, so this month is kind of a bit of a reprieve. We got done with cheerleading, which honestly, you guys, it was so much fun. My daughter had so much fun doing it, and I just really I just love watching my kids do things that I used to do when I was a kid, like basketball and theater and all that stuff. But it's also fun watching them do things that I wish I could have done as a kid. So it was a great time. I'm very looking forward to next season. But I'm also kind of trying to take a breather right now. So I finally put my garden to bed way later than I intended, but I'm kind of looking forward to buttoning up kind of my last things this month just to get ready. I don't know about you guys, but we have basketball coming up in December, so things are going to be a little busy for that. But there's part of me that just wants to kind of put a lot of our house projects kind of to bed for the winter so that we can focus on, honestly, we got a lot of big things going on this spring we're looking forward to. And so I'm just kind of looking forward to kind of that, like I call it kind of a season of rest for us is kind of winter. Pretty much after Christmas and until probably like March, until we have our first family birthday in March. It's generally kind of a season of rest is what I like to call it. So this month I'm just doing some restocks. I had a huge Costco haul and I totally forgot to film it, but we generally try to go to Costco once a month. We have not done it in a while, so we ended up going. My husband and I just ran out for a quick evening, and we ended up spending way more than we ever spent at Costco. It was ridiculous. But my hope though is that what we have will cover us for like the bulk of the winter, because I would love to just stock up in like right now, you know, early November, late October, kind of that harvest season time when prices are a little bit more better for some things. And then hopefully we won't have to like refill some of our major things until spring. At least that's my goal. So I'm getting out my handy dandy binder that has all my things, and I could not find my ruler. So that is why you see me being a goofy goober and using one of my kids' preschool books to draw my lines. I just made my calendar for this month. And I'll talk a little bit more about it, but basically I think this month I'm going to try to do some more, just trying out some different meal plans, different menus, kind of trying out different ways of doing meals each week to kind of see how it all works together and hopefully figure out, I just kind of trying to figure out what works best for us, if that makes sense. So the last few months have just kind of been some experimenting. October was really busy though, so I'm kind of hoping I did not stay on my menu as good as I wanted to. So I'm kind of hoping to see a little bit more improvement in November. We still obviously have a few events. We do a Friendsgiving every year, and we also do Thanksgiving, of course. And so I'm kind of debating on how this menu is going to work, but hopefully it'll be a good one. All right, so November meals have been done. So we're going with our normal static breakfasts and lunches. And I'm kind of doing the same thing, doing a pot roast chicken. I'm doing 2 roast chickens back to back, but I have a lot of chicken dishes these weeks. So I'm trying to kind of get caught up a little bit. So there's a few changes I'm going to be making, and I'll talk about it in just a second. So pantry shop on Sundays are going to be pretty easy. So this month we have, Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving. So I've tried to kind of add those in, and then just trying to find, so this month will not be as busy as next month. So this month is not going to be as busy as next month, but there's been a few changes that I've been making. Number one, so we're in the last week of October, and it is bananas because we have birthday, and then we have Halloween, and then we have, my kid's birthday party is actually after her birthday because of just how it worked out. and then it's hunting season. So basically the weekends are going to be kind of, in some ways it'll be nice because they're going to be kind of more relaxed, but in other ways it's going to be crazy. So I'll show you real quick. So I went to a garage sale at a tulip farm, local tulip farm, and I bought like 100 tulips. I'm so excited. So I got all these tulips in these little bags, and so we're actually working on a little memorial garden for our 2 pups that we lost this year, and they've been buried, and we're actually building a garden on top of their resting place. So so this month I'm going to be doing that. The goal is to get the bulbs in the ground because you kind of want to get them in the ground before it gets too cold, because it's like you have to plant them in fall for them to come up in spring. And what's really cool too is my grandmother really loved tulips, so I'm kind of excited to have, because she always had like these like rows of tulips kind of along her sidewalk, where like, you know, there'd be a sidewalk and then you go up to her house and she'd just have rows of tulips. So I'm really excited to have some tulips and just kind of be in honor of her a little bit. And so we're gonna get started with that. We probably won't really like do a whole lot with it until spring, but we're just trying to get the bulbs in the ground. So so with meals this week, I have made a couple changes. So we have been doing a lot more, and I've decided that certain weeks I'm going to actually meal prep 3 dinners. So I have made a taco casserole. So for like Taco Tuesday, there's taco casserole, there's a nacho casserole, and there is a enchiladas that I can pre-make, throw in the fridge, and basically they can get cooked sometime during the week. So because of how busy we're going to be with sports and stuff, and a few other things that have kind of started coming down the line, I might have like my mother or mother-in-law be here to make dinners, because I might be gone doing some of the sports stuff with kids. So what I've decided to do is 3 days a week, I'm literally cooking like a casserole. So the taco ones that we kind of will do Tuesday, like I said, taco casserole, nacho casserole, what was it? Enchiladas. And then I'm going to do like a Mexican chicken and rice dish as well. Just because I like themed dinners. I don't know. I like themes. They make things a little bit more interesting. Also, they help me organize the week and organize like meals. Because I'd be like, oh, it's a Taco Tuesday, so we do some sort of like Hispanic inspired dish or whatever. And then I do Wednesday, I'm kind of doing more of an Italian inspired. So we're doing baked ziti. There's this recipe on Pinterest called Marry Me Chicken. It's kind of like a chicken Alfredo with like sun-dried tomatoes. Really good. And then I'm doing a baked spaghetti and lasagna. So once again, I'm creating these easy dishes. Okay, just a second. I'm going to probably be doing that for the foreseeable future. I'm still doing kind of like a roast chicken and a pot roast and they might even be on Sunday nights, because I like cooking those like the beginning of the week so that I can have leftover meat to use throughout the week. And also, especially because we're in soup season, it'll be easy, especially with roast chicken. I can throw it in the crock pot, make my chicken broth, and then I have chicken broth ready for my Thursday soup. So my soups this month are going to be zuppa toscana, chicken and rice, and chicken and dumpling soup. And then, of course, we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner. And after Thanksgiving dinner, I will be taking the turkey carcass home and making a turkey noodle soup. So basically kind of a new tradition I do, because Black Friday is just kind of, we don't really do a lot of shopping on Black Friday, or at least we don't go shopping anymore because, well, there's just not the deals that there used to be. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna have a little game night, and I have some family visiting from out of town, which is really exciting. And so I'm gonna make a big old batch of turkey noodle soup with the homemade buns, and that'll be dinner for that night. It'll be easy, kind of a cozy meal, because normally it's cold and rainy around here at Thanksgiving time. So I'm really excited. This month I'm hoping, October was wild, y'all. Like, it was more wild than I was expecting, but it was fun. Okay, hold on. It was really fun, and I really believe that like it was worth it, but I'm really hoping to kind of rest and relax this November. So that's my month. That is my meals for November.
So I did this this week actually, something that I haven't done in a while, and it was to make my from scratch pancake mix. So I found a little bit of a different recipe, and I think I like quadrupled it, because for me, we do pancakes once a week and we do waffles, though you can use this mix for waffles. I found that it kind of makes the waffles a little bit like almost burn. It doesn't burn them, but it makes them darker. So I still make my waffles from scratch, and we normally do waffles on we normally do waffles on
Saturday, so I have a little bit more time because I'm normally not pressed for time on Saturdays. But this one actually called for powdered milk because I actually had a bunch of powdered milk in storage. I kind of bought it, you know, years ago whenever everything was a little unstable, we'll just put it that way. So this actually you can, this recipe actually you can just add water, but I also add an egg with it because it just gives it a little bit more of a, I don't know, I like the texture a little bit more, I'll just put it that way. And I put it in this big container and I did a big clean off my counters. I went through and like reorganized my counters a couple days ago. And so I put it in my pantry. Actually, I made some space in there. So it's not like this giant jar just sitting on top of my counter, because that was a little bit annoying is not the right word, but you know, I'm just trying to kind of clear up some space a little bit more. So I really like having this, but I generally have to refill it probably every 2 weeks. And also my orchids are starting to wilt, but I guess that's the time of this year. All right, a final garden update too, might as well add this in here. So I have put my garden to bed. As you can see, we're gonna probably get some new, what is this called? Sawdust bark mulch for next year. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. I'm gonna probably try to add a raised bed here and one in that little corner, probably a small one in that little corner, just to kind of fill up this space. So I am so wet, it's a wet day. So basically, how I put my garden to bed, just real quick, is I pull out all the plants. There are several weeds in there too. I did a really bad job on staying on top of weeds this year. We're just really busy. So raised beds, in my opinion, at least kept that somewhat manageable, because I know a lot of people do like the no-till method, and I want to learn more about that, but my issue is our weeds get so big and tall that they choke out any plants, so I can't really do that. So raised beds is kind of what we're doing. So what I do to protect the dirt over the winter is I just put cardboard down. My husband gets a lot of cardboard from his work, so he can just cut it into strips for me. And so I pull all the plants out as much as I can, and then I just have layered cardboard on top of all the beds to keep cats out, to keep, you know, all critters out, and to keep any plants from trying to grow over the winter. Because I do know with exposed soil, like nature tries to protect it by putting like ground cover on it, which is all well and good. So that is my garden put to bed for this year. Hopefully I'll have a little bit bigger garden next year. We'll see. So I just want to give you a little quick update. So I'm glad to get a few big projects done and looking forward to kind of resting a little bit more until basketball starts up in about 3 to 6 weeks. So I hope you guys all have a great day. I'll talk to you later. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.